Hi, welcome to my North Knit Corner. My name is Anne and I come to you from the south of Norway where I live with my husband and our 3 boys. Welcome back if you have been here before and welcome if you're here for the first time. This is my channel on YouTube where I talk about my knitting and yarn and my knitting journey. And if you like knitting as much as I do, I hope that you will find yourself something good to drink and find your knitting or your crocheting and sit down and chat with me for a while about knitting. You are so welcome. You can find timestamps on this episode, so if there is something that you want to skip, feel free to do so, or if there is something you want to see or listen to again, that's easily done with timestamps. And you can find information about everything I talk about in the description box below. You can find information about where you can find me on social media, and I will link to my Ravelry projects and or the projects I talk about today. And yeah, if you don't find the information you are looking for there, feel free to contact me and I will answer you as best I can. Okay, I think we'll just get started with finished objects. I've had a really bad cold the last week and I have still not get rid of it, but I hope my voice will manage through this episode and that there won't be coughing and yeah. We'll hope that it will be okay. Yeah. If not, I will edit it all out so you won't have to listen to all the coughing. Anyway, let's start with FOs. My first FO today is the Poise sweater by Herbgarden knitwear. And of course, that's what I'm wearing as well. This is knitted in Holst Super Soft in the color Space, which is the blue one. And the light one is the color Almond. And I've knitted the size, let me see, size 4. Size 4 on needles 2.5 and 3 millimeter needles, which is US 1.5 and US 2.5, and it weighs 303 grams. I am so pleased with this sweater. I just think the yoke is so beautiful and I am so happy with my color choices that I can't take any credit for, because I just I took the same colors that Hanna used in her design. Hanna Lubin, who is the maker behind Herbgarden knitwear. And before I talk anything else about my sweater, I just want to remind you all that I have a cal going for all of Herbgarden knitwear's designs. It goes until the 30th of November, so you have a lot of time to join in if you want to. And if you join, there is a discount code that Hanna is so nice to give to us, and it's 20% off all her self-published patterns on Ravelry. And I've put the code on the screen, and you can also find the code under this episode. So if you want to join, you can use that code and get 20% off your pattern. So that's wonderful. And use the hashtag Herbgarden KWCal23 when you post a picture of your project. And then you are eligible to win a prize, if that's the right way to say it. You have a chance to win a prize, because there will be prizes. Yeah. Okay, back to my finished Poise. I think this is such a beautiful design, and I really enjoyed knitting this color work. I think Holst is really hard to knit with, maybe because I use 2 strands together, so maybe that's why. So it took some time for me to finish this because it hurts my hands when, hurts my hands when I knitted with it. But it's done now, and I'm so happy. The only thing I was afraid of that I talked about last time was that I got so much blue color on my hands when I was knitting with this. So I was so afraid that when I was going to wash this sweater that it would ruin the light color here, that would be stained by the blue when I washed the sweater. So maybe if you follow me on Instagram, you saw that I washed it, and you saw all the blue that was in that bucket. I can put a film beside me here so you can see how much blue it was. I've never seen so much color go into the water when I have been washing things before. It was extreme, but I had a color catcher in there. I think I put 4 sheets of color catchers in there, even though you just need 1 or 2. But I was so afraid. But I put only the sweater in until here, and then I saw just the blue just disappeared I felt like it disappeared from the sweater into the water. So I had to put out that water, get in some new, and do it again. And I did that several times before I dared to put the rest of the sweater in the water. But I did eventually, and I think it went okay. So I don't think it has stained anything on the light color. If I didn't say, I don't remember if I said that the blue is called Space, and the light one is Almond from Holst Super Soft, or from Holst, but it's the Super Soft. But now it is washed and it went okay, but I feel it has shrunk. And I think that's weird because I only washed it in the bucket and I rinsed it in the bucket, and I put it on in the machine and only used what's the word in English? Spin cycle? Is it called that? Spin cycle is a hand dryer, isn't it? I don't know what you call it. I think, yeah. Anyway, I put it in the machine only to get out the water, spin that out, and yeah. Then I feel like it has shrunk. Because before I washed it, I tried it, and it felt like it was perfect. I was so happy with how it was fitting, but now it's just slightly too tight, I feel. I wish there was a bit more ease, because now it's just really into my body. But it's okay. I'm going to use it because I think it's so beautiful, so I don't let that stop me. But it's a little bit sad since it was okay before I washed it. Maybe it will be better when I have had it on for a while. I don't know. And it's just, I feel like it's got shorter too. Because now, yeah, it's a little bit short. But it's okay. Now I feel like I dragged out my microphone here. Let me check. Yeah. But all in all, I'm happy with how it turned out. And I will be wearing it with pride. Okay, let's go on to my next finished object today, and it's some pumpkins, because we are in that time where it's pumpkin time. I still haven't had a pumpkin latte, pumpkin spice latte, but hopefully soon. I don't live close to any places that have that, so that's sad. But I will get some. Yeah, I will. But I knitted some pumpkins, and I used the free pattern on Ravelry that's called Gorgeous Knit Pumpkins by Adrian Sullivan. Adrian Sullivan. Yeah. So I knitted these two, and I also knitted that one. I used Drops Nepal. The color is 2920 orange, and also this stem is just an I-cord. I used Drops Fabel, and I used the yarn together with that I got from Summer in Summer Knits a few Christmases ago. A surprise in the mail, and it's this yarn. And so I used that together with the Drops Fabel to make the stem. So I really like the color. This Drops Nepal color had like it looks like it's like marled or something. It's not only orange, but it seems like it has some brown in it or something. So I thought that was really nice. Perfect for the pumpkins. I used a needle 5mm US 8, and it's very easy to make them smaller or bigger. You just cast on more or less stitches. So I have two of these that has 36 stitches, and then I have one that is 48 stitches. And one of the ones with 36 stitches is a bit longer. It's a long tube that you knit in the round. You can knit them flat or in a round. There are options for both, but I like to knit them in the round on magic loop. And yeah, so I used one ball of Drops Nepal for these three. So I used up all the yarn, and I stuffed them with the scraps that I get, or not scraps, but when I fasten my ends and I cut off the ends, I save them in a bag, and that's what I have stuffed these with. So I get to use up even the ends of the yarns. That's I think that's very nice. Yeah, these are very cute. I love these knitted pumpkins to gift and to have here to make it cozy at home. I mean, I love this time of year when it's like gloomy. Today it's really gloomy. It's so foggy, and it's so heavy. You feel like you are in a bowl with all this fog, and it's so it's not so nice outside, but then it's so nice to make this cozy vibe inside with the pumpkins and the candles and hot drink and my knitting, and it's just it's so cozy. I love this time of year. I don't like it when I have to go outside, but I like it when I can stay inside and be like cozy. So that was that, and I also knitted some socks that I cast on since last time, and they are done as well, and these are so nice. I like how they look. This is the heel toe dozy do pattern from Kay Litton, who is known as the Crazy Sock Lady. And that pattern is written for self-striping yarn, and this is from Poise, a Norwegian hand dyer that has dyed this self-striping yarn. I got it in a Christmas surprise last year, and I think it turned out so nice. I really like this pattern, and I like the yarn. I am knitting on 2.25 millimeters, so we use one. And this pattern was so fun to knit, and it was really easy to memorize. So I know it by heart now. I don't need to look at the pattern, and it just makes this fun effect with this chevron. So I'm going to use this more when I have self-striping yarn, because I think it looks so good. And also it's only stockinette on the back, so you also can see the stripes very clear back on the back. Yeah. So I am really happy with these. I'm going to have them myself. I knit them in the size small. And Kay of the Crazy Sock Lady has a mal going, and I have to see what it was called. Didn't I write that down? Yeah, Crazy Spooky Mal 23. And you can knit use yarn inspired by fall or Halloween, and put in there. And for me, this is really has the fall vibes, so I am going to put that in there. Yeah. So that is that pattern, and I can highly recommend it because it's just so much fun to knit. And since we are talking about socks, and we are talking about heel toe dozy do, the Crazy Sock Lady, self-striping yarn, let's go and see what I have on my needles. Have you guessed it? It's in this cute little bag. And of course it's another pair of heel toe dozy do socks, but I am knitting them 2 at a time. I love it. I think it's so much fun, and it goes by fast, and the best is that when I'm done, I'm done. I don't have another sock to cast on. I'm just done. So here they are. Same pattern, same designer, same yarn, same needle. And I'm even done with the heels. Ooh. And the gusset decreases, so now I can just knit the foot and the toe, and I'm done. The Crazy Sock Lady has a great tutorial on YouTube for how to knit 2 at a time socks, and I highly recommend it. I've tried to knit 2 at a time before, but I gave up really fast because I just messed it up. But then I was watching one of Kay's podcasts, and she said she had a tutorial on how to do it, and that really helped me a lot. It's a great tutorial. It lasts for almost an hour, but you just knit a little bit, and then you watch the tutorial, and then you pause it, and you knit a little bit, and then so it's really nice to have that to learn how to knit 2 at a time. And I think I'm going to do that more, because it's so good that I'm done with both of the socks at the same time, and I don't need to cast on another sock. I always do. I don't have the trouble that I knit one sock and put it away because I feel bad if I don't do it all. But I like this. I like this method to do 2 at a time. And I really enjoy using this little bag for it because in here I have had this weighed for 56 grams. I probably didn't say that. And I had 48 grams left of the yarn. The skein was probably a little bit more than 100 grams. But then I just divided the 48 grams into 2 balls and I put them in here. So there are 2. And they stay so nice in here, and it's easy for me to have control over the yarn so that I don't cross the strands of yarn. Kay shows you in the tutorial how you can turn your needles to avoid that, to cross the yarn, but I think it's just as easy to just turn my bag because I just forget which way did I turn my needles now, and I just mess it up. So it's easy to just use this. So that is my 2 at a time heel-toe do-si-do socks, which I'm excited to knit on. I really enjoy it, and I will absolutely make more 2 at a time socks. But now I have to try and get this back in the bag. Yeah. Okay. The next whip I want to show you is something that you have seen before, if you have been here before. And it's the Corran Cardigan by the Creabea, Rebecca Clow. And it's the all over lace cardigan. And here it is. So far, I've come pretty far. I'm done with the body, and I've done a bottom band and a collar. Back. I'm knitting this in Sannes Tynn Line, this color here. And it's the color is 2553 in the color brown, and it has this really nice shine to it. I think it's a really lovely color. So what can I say? I'm knitting the size 3 on 3 and 4 millimeter needles, which is US 2.5 and 6. And it has a really easy repeat. So it's very easy to learn and to memorize, which is always very enjoyable, that I don't have to look at the pattern the whole time. Very well written pattern, very easy to understand. I am kind of tired of knitting on this, not because of the pattern, but because I'm a bit tired of this lace pattern. I think it's very nice, but I'm just tired of knitting it because that's what you do here. I mean, you do the ribbing, but then it's just the same for the whole thing, except for the bottom band and the color. So yeah, it goes slow now. I am on the first sleeve, but I only knit a little bit on it every day because it's not what I am really wanting to knit on. But I want the finished product or the finished garment, so I will be done I will be done when I'm done, but I want to have it, so I hope I can push through and just knit on it a little bit every day. But it's a beautiful cardigan which I am looking forward to having, and I'm excited to go out and buy some buttons for it. I would hope, I have to say that again. I knit the size 3, but I think that it fits okay, but I think maybe I should have done 4 because I really wanted to be able to button it, but I'm not sure that will look nice. That maybe it will be like it almost opens, but we'll see. I think this lace will like go out a bit this way when I wash it, so maybe it will be okay, because it's not much I need to get it all around. But if I only can have it unbuttoned, that's okay as well, because it will be nice either way. But yeah, I'm going to have long sleeves on this one, and I've knitted the round neck. You can have a V-neck as well, or short sleeves, but I want a round neck and long arms on this one. So I think this will be good when I'm done with it. Yeah. And then I have another one that you have seen before. It's the Lace and Fade Boxy by Johi Locatelli. That is also one that I'm a little bit tired of knitting. But I also am excited to have the finished garment, so I just have to knit on it a little bit every day, and I will get there. I can show you the yarn first. If you've been here before, you've seen them before, but I can just quickly show them. This is all from Norwegian hand dyers. This is from Lyckegarn. It's called Croquet. And this is from garnbutikken Fortuna in the color Svarkmo. And then you have this also from garnbutikken Fortuna called Tronka. And then this is from Mrs. Fox yarn called Pinecone. So these 4 are my Lace and Fade. And I also have a mohair that is currently attached to my sweater. This is it. It's from Unique Garn called Dark Rose Gold. And here is how far I have come. I think it looks good. I am happy with how it's looking. It's just that I'm a bit tired of knitting this lace, not because it's not fun to knit, but it's hard to knit with only one strand of mohair. I don't really like that. It's hard on my hands, and it's a lot of stitches on this one. So one round takes a long time. But if I knit one stripe a day, not one round, but one stripe a day, I will be finished with this as well. I am knitting the size 1, but I have taken away 20 stitches, so I'm knitting with 20 stitches less than that than what it says in the pattern. Because I have knitted this before in a size 1, and it's really wide. I am probably off on gauge as well, so that is probably one of the reasons it's so big, but it's supposed to be big, and it's supposed to be boxy and have a lot of positive ease, but I feel like it has a bit too much. Which is sad, because I think it's really beautiful, so I wish I used it more, but it's just so big. So I hope this will be a better fit, but I can't tell until I have the sleeves if it's how I want it, but I'm hoping it will be good. Yeah, I think it looks good so far. Yeah, so I have only 4 colors, but it's 5 stripes with the fingering yarn. So what I did was I just this color and this one I just blended together in this 3rd stripe here, and I hope that will be okay, just to save some money and to use more of the yarn. I did it that way, and I think that will be okay. Yeah. And I have a lot of stitch markers on right now because I always do something wrong in the lace. So to avoid having to go back a lot, I put in stitch markers between the repeats. Yeah, that makes it a lot easier for me. But it's again, good pattern. It's just that I'm a bit tired of knitting on it, and that's just all me. That's just me. All right. I hope I said everything. I didn't say that I knit on 2.5 and 2.75 millimeter needles, US 1.5 and 2. So it's quite thin needles, so it takes a bit of time, and with all those stitches it goes slow. But one day it will be done, and it's no rush. I don't have a rush. It's not like I already have other sweaters in my wardrobe. I do have a lot. But since I was done with this from Herbgarden knitwear, I wanted to cast on another sweater from her, and I haven't cast on the Boughs of Holly because I've planned that for a long time, even before I decided to have this knit along. I had it on my plan for this year, and it's the Boughs of Holly as my Christmas sweater, and here it is so far. It looks really good. I am knitting with these 2 colors. This one is Baby Lanette from Sunnes. It's color 7272, deep petrol. It's 100% wool. And this is Sisu from Sunnes. The color is 8031. I didn't find a color name, but I think it's like a light green, minty green. So these are the colors that I'm using. The reason the Sunnes Sisu is it's wool and nylon, so it's a sock yarn. The reason I chose different yarns is because I bought them on sale. So there were colors that was going out of the assortment. I don't know if that's the word I'm looking for, but it's discontinued anyway. So I just wanted to find some yarn for the sweater on this sale, and that's why they are different yarn or different fibers. No, it's not it's wool. Both are wool. It's only nylon. But anyway, different yarn. Yeah. But anyway, I think it works. It looks good. I'm knitting the size medium on needles 4 and 4.5 millimeters, US 6 and 7. So that's a good change from the thin needles. This goes by a lot more quick. and I'm just enjoying it so much. I'm knitting on my new bamboo needles from Chaigu, and I'm really enjoying knitting with these. And now I also have got the red cable, so I'm so enjoying this project. And I just discovered that I am loving knitting with color work. If you've been here before, you know that I have struggled a bit with color work, and I haven't been happy with it when I have been knitting it. But now I feel like I have knitted quite a lot of color work, because I've knitted a lot of Christmas hats for a Christmas box that I'm making, with only hats with Christmas themed hats. And there's a lot of color work in those, and that has given me a lot of practice. So maybe that's why, but I'm loving knitting color work. So much. I enjoyed this pattern so much that I forgot to do increases for a long time. I was just knitting and knitting and knitting and knitting, and didn't even realize I didn't increase a single time. So I have a picture of where I was when I discovered that I had a collar instead of a sweater. So I of course had to rip it all back. Not all. I could stop just under the first border here, and then knit. And now I remember to increase. But I think it's such a lovely, lovely design. And what I didn't know, because I haven't seen that on the pictures, it's that it has this lovely, not cable, but yeah, structure on the top here or here, and under as well. So it kind of makes like a frame for the color work, which is really beautiful. So I'm excited to have this as my Christmas sweater this year. We'll probably use it in November as well, but it's yeah, I think it's so nice, and very soft and nice. Not so rustic as the Holst, which I really feel that it's scratchy. But that's okay. Anyway, that's my Boughs of Holly. Do I need to say anything else about it? I don't think so. This is the time where I share my acquisitions with you and my plans. But as you might have seen, I have renamed it Yarnjoy and Plans instead of acquisitions, because it's not about what I am buying. It's not about me showing you what I have been buying, but it's the joy that the yarn gives me that I want to share with you, and colors and thoughts maybe, and that's why I have named it Yarnjoy instead of acquisitions. So I hope that's okay. It's just yeah, something that I've been thinking about, and I love to watch other people's acquisitions and what they have bought, because it gives me inspiration. So I hope it can be the same for you, and that you can see the joy in that. So that's why it's now Yarnjoy and Plans. And I've had some Yarnjoy since last time. I have got myself some yarn for the Sweet Shop blanket, I believe it's called, by Penrose Knits, which I'm sure you all have seen pop up everywhere. It's so cute, so beautiful, and I'm excited to knit it. I will knit it in December, I think, and use the advent that I have ordered from Mrs. Fox Yarn. I'm very excited to get that. So this week I ordered some bear yarn, some drops fable in just white, to use together with my advent. So since I bought all of that, that was quite a lot. I thought it could have some company on the travel home to me, so I bought some cotton yarn because I want to knit some baker's twine and some more dishcloths because I want to have that for Christmas. So I bought some drop saffron in different colors. Really nice fall colors. So I'm excited to start on them. And then my plan is to knit some TARDIS socks for my two oldest boys and my husband for Christmas. They are big Doctor Who fans, so that will be a lot of fun to give them. So I had to have some Drops Fable in the color 107. It's a dark blue color. And I also need some black and white Drops Fable with that, so I also got that. And then I bought this orange color in Drops Nepal to knit this, and I also got this mustard color from Drops Nepal, or from Drops, which I also want to use for some more cute pumpkins. That will be a lot of fun. So that is my Yarnjoy this week. Excited to start on all those projects, some sooner than later and some later. But that will be a lot of fun. Yeah, so my plans is just baker's twine and dishcloths, and that's my immediate plans anyway. Yeah, I think that's everything I have for you today. Life-wise, I have been sick, as I said, and still am quite stuffy, but I hope you survived with my stuffy voice. But that's okay. That's the time of year we are in. It's always going around some colds, so we just have to get through them, and we will get through them. That's just the way it is. But we are excited to go on a trip soon, and next week is a fall or autumn vacation, fall vacation. Here in Norway, it's or in the parts of Norway. The other part is having another week off. That's just how it is. But the kids are off from school, so we are going to Bulgaria for a week, which we are excited about. So that's where I'm bringing the baker's twine and the dishcloths, because it's easy to bring with me on the trip, and that will be very nice. Otherwise, there's nothing big happening here. Just enjoying all the time here knitting and enjoying the fall. Enjoying the fall weather inside, if you can say that. And we have had some very beautiful sunny days, and the sun in fall is just, there's nothing like it. It's with the cold fall air and the sun shining, it's beautiful. So enjoying those last few days of the really sunny, nice weather, and getting ready for the darker, the rainy days and the snow. But that is a long time, and there's no snow for a long time. The snow can come in the middle of December. That would be very nice. Yes. Anyway, I hope you are all well. Whatever time, whatever season it is where you are, and whatever season in life you are. I hope you have some nice crafting projects that gives you a lot of joy, and that you're staying healthy. Yeah. And I just want to say thank you so much to all of you for your nice, beautiful comments. As I say every time, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart, you all mean a lot to me, even though I don't know you all personally. But I feel we have this beautiful community, and that means so much to me. So thank you, everyone. And if you're not already subscribed, but you like the content here and like to join this knitting community over here at my North Knit Corner, then please consider subscribing. That would mean so much to me. And with that, I want to say thank you for being here today with me, and have a lovely week, have a lovely weekend, and I will see you again in a couple of weeks. Bye for now.